Hey Capricorn, how are we today? Just doing our weekly reading. This week we are just looking at all the positive stuff around you, all the good stuff, in focusing in a little bit on love as well. Please subscribe to the channel if you're not already. I do really appreciate that. It really does help the channel out, being such a small channel, so thank you so much. This week I've got the Innocent Secrets Lenormand, my new favorite deck, the Pop Art Lenormand, the brand new one, and it's just very bright and cheery, so I quite like that one. We've got the Spill the Tea Oracle deck, as well as the beautiful heart-shaped Lovers Oracle cards. Okay, so getting into it for you, Capricorn. We've had a bit of a mixed bag this week, so be interesting to see what you're going to close us out for the week with. Capricorn, positive energy going on for our Capricorns, all the good stuff for Capricorn this week. Looking at the general positive energy for Capricorn. Opportunities come knocking, Capricorn. Sometimes I hear these phrases and I don't even know what they mean. I know what that phrase means, but I'm like, in the context for you today, I don't know what it means. It's just coming through. Opportunities come knocking for you this week, Capricorn. So we will get to that when it pops back up, I suppose, because they always have a way of doing that. We are starting off with the feminine energy for you, Capricorns. So especially if you are a female, this is you being in your own feminine energy. We don't normally genderize the feminine and masculine energies. But I do feel for a lot of you here, Capricorn, that we are really looking and focusing in on the feminine energy within you yourself. So, and I'm picking up quite a lot of that, like even if you're a very masculine type feminine, this week it seems to be you're happiest in your feminine rather than the masculine. And, you may be sort of, which is especially random for a Capricorn reading, right? Because it feels as though you're wanting to, give away control, like not be in control this week. It feels like you're wanting, to let other people take the lead this week, Capricorn. It feels like you're a little bit in your feelings this week. And that's actually a good thing for you, Capricorn, to nurture that softer side of yourself that, isn't always so calm, cool, collected, in charge. It's a very common Capricorn stereotype that Capricorn can be, very confident and in charge and in control, organized and all that sort of stuff. But this week we kind of see you more in the feminine energy, which, change is as good as a holiday, right? So I do feel as though that's something that is actually really good for you to embrace this week. So maybe actually spending time specifically doing, something that makes you, appreciate your feminine energy this week. Just once again, every time I'm doing the Capricorn readings, I always get so many personal examples coming through. Being a Capricorn myself. So my feminine energy this week has definitely been really strong so far. Very emotional, but it's been a good release to get rid of some of those emotions. But I've also been a little bit, girly this week. I've done my hair and I've been mucking around my hair all week, and I bought a new ring, and I've been doing my nails and been excited to do my nails this week. Like, I haven't actually this is just the base coat at the moment, but I've been, practicing, like playing around with doing the little designs and things on them. So last week I had black with all yellow little designs, and then I've redone the base coat so that I can do little I've pulled the pink nail polish out already to do little pink spots or something on them. Hearts, because Valentine's Day is coming up. Still further away than my nails will last, but whatever. But we do also see the ring coming through here, Capricorn, and it has come through followed by the birds and then the book. Okay, so I do feel as though they're a little bit like it's like you're just in very feminine energy and I'm getting sort of a dual message, like you're reconnecting with your feminine, which is, you're strengthening the relationship within your own self with the feminine side of yourself, which is, fantastic. We do need to keep those in balance regardless. But this ring actually does feel a little bit different here as well. I feel like I actually need to clarify that, because for some of you, I feel like it may actually be connected to a person for some of you. Clarify the ring and clarify the ring being supported by the birds and the books. Birds and the bees. Books, not bees. Clarify the ring for Capricorn with their general positive energy, please. Is this solely Capricorn, or is there another person connected to this ring energy? And especially with the birds there, is this ring and birds connected to anybody other than Capricorn? Very interesting, Capricorn. The first card that clarified that is the heart. So it's definitely connected to, love type relationships. I don't think it's actually connected to one specific person as such. Because when I've asked specifically about, person, we have the fish and the child. Okay, so yes, the fish can refer to Geminis or, one of the water signs, so Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I don't feel as though it's anyone specific for you here, Capricorn. I actually feel as though the reference I'm getting, normally the fish is about an abundance. Like I said before, opportunities come knocking this week, Capricorn. So I feel like this is an abundance of options for you when it comes to love relationships. And more than anything, it seems to be the way that you're looking at love relationships and you're opening up to love relationships. With that, we did see that key before in the hidden energy talking about, opportunity comes knocking. And I feel like this is kind of talking about, there's plenty of fish in the sea. Maybe it's time I actually go and start meeting some of these fish. And maybe it's time I start, entertaining some of these fish with that bird's energy there. Because the birds, it talks about conversations taking place. And then in this sort of context, the book really does talk about, learning more. So I feel like for a lot of you, this is like, having conversations, getting to know people. And it may not be one specific person with this fish energy. This particular card, we've got 3 fish. So I feel like for a lot of you, and then there's 2 birds. So there might be 3 fish swimming around you, but then 2 that you actually, start to talk to and entertain as possibilities. I kind of feel here, and you're wanting to. It's just that you're wanting to learn a little bit more about them before you cast them back out into the ocean and say, nope, you're not my fish. Gonna go for another one. With the child there, it's like, yeah, ready to take on a brand new adventure. You're ready to, you know, allow something to grow into a potential love relationship. And I feel like you're looking at it more as though, you know, well, look, we're just gonna. This is just the child stage. I'm just going to get to know this person, and I'm not actually putting any expectation or pressure on myself or this connection. I'm just talking to someone and getting to know them a little bit more and exploring my options, and, you know, trying to look at love relationships a little bit more light-hearted. We have a helicopter. Was it you, Capricorn, that had a helicopter last week going over in your reading? What is that about? What is the helicopters about, Capricorn? Let me know. I swear it's been the Capricorn readings. I don't know if you can hear that or not in the background, but that sounded really weird. That sounded like a really weird sounding helicopter. So I don't know what's going on there. But like Capricorn readings, I've been getting helicopters coming through a lot. And like, that's the only two helicopters I've heard in the last few weeks, and they're both during our Capricorn reading. What is that about, Capricorn? What is the helicopters about? Get to the chopper. Oh, there you go. It was random. Okay. But, you know, even though we're seeing it in your general energy, you know, I just like the way that you are embracing the feminine, and it's making you, you know, approach love in a gentler kind of a way. But we will look at love a little bit more specifically here. Okay, so Capricorn, positive energy in love and romance for our Capricorns. Capricorn, what's going on for Capricorn when it comes to love and romance? Okay. Oh, interesting. I had that in my personal. Bit of a mixed bag here, Capricorn. Bit of a mixed bag, not going to lie. I'm going to just go through them, and then I think we might need to just sort of clarify as we go. Like, I'll just show you all the cards that I'm seeing here, and then we'll talk about them. Okay, we have trolling, intentionally causing upset, baiting a reaction, provoking disputes. All right, and then we see the disputes in this throwing hands card. Disagreements, hostility and animosity, conflict and fighting. Okay, so we've got those two, the trolling and then the throwing hands, where it's like somebody's intentionally trying to start a fight, basically, with you, Capricorn. We'll come back to that. The other ones we have here, we have siren call, sexual tactics, gaining attention, lured by temptation. We also have the morning after. Morning after, the night before. Up all night, late night, a rendezvous, and spending the night. But I don't know, that they actually feel like different people. That feels like two different people. That siren call and then the morning after. That actually goes with those. That siren call actually goes with that person trying to start a fight. They're like trying to tempt you into having a fight with them, or, you know, using sexual tactics to try to gain your attention in order to have a fight with you. What is that about? Clarify this energy. Why is that? Firstly, clarify this energy. trolling, throwing hands, siren call. Clarify this energy for our Capricorns, please. Why are we seeing that coming through for Capricorn? Especially, you know, when we're asking for positive energy with love and romance. Why are we seeing that energy for Capricorn? How will Capricorn know who that is? How will Capricorn know who that is? And okay, one for how will Capricorn know who that is? And one for the consequences of that, and how is that positive? Okay, so how will you know who that is? We have the Mountain, which is the Capricorn card. Are you dealing with another Capricorn? Is this you, Capricorn, starting a fight? Is this you that is baiting reactions and throwing hands, trolling someone a little bit here to gain attention? Maybe that's why we're seeing the lured by temptation. Is that you, Capricorn, being a little bit immature here with the baiting somebody, trying to get a rise out of someone, trying to get a reaction? Some of you, that is you. If that's not you, this is how you. If this is not you, this person is, you know, a hard worker, somebody who. But there's somebody who is. You know them to, you know, have certain blockages. You know them to be blocked or challenged in some way that they've. It kind of feels like this is the only, you know, especially here with this, the Fox card. This is the only way they know how to survive, by starting a fight, being like conflict energy, to create blockages, to create a challenge, like to make it a challenge for you, Capricorn. It's kind of like this is the only way this person knows how to survive. This is the only way this person knows how to deal with love. They think they're smart. We have the Sun and then the Child. So they're both very, very happy cards, especially the Sun. And it's like, you know, the Sun will actually really bring all this to light, that this person is, you know, purposefully trying to start conflict here. They're trying to make things harder. They're trying to see if you're willing to put in the work. For some of you here, it's like, well, if Capricorn puts in all, hard work to, you know, resolve this conflict, then they'll be worth my time. Or is that why you're doing this to someone? Because you know, this is the only way you know how to do things, because, you know, we have that Child again though, right? And we saw that in your general energy when it comes to, you know, having a new beginning, ready to look at things differently. Whereas this time around, it's a little bit more, it's kind of like lighthearted, like it, but it comes to light with the Sun there. It comes to light. The Sun is also a lot of happiness though, so, and in immaturity coming through there as well, naivety, innocence. It's like this person doesn't understand how to connect without provoking, you know. And the result, we have the Tower. So the result, the consequence, that why this is a positive is because it kind of puts us back into isolation. It kind of allows us to strengthen our foundations. That is such a weird energy. Um, for some of you, I do want to say that we're seeing all that energy, right? Because that is the only way this person knew how to survive, yeah. But they've since had some personal revelations and realized happiness actually comes from new beginnings, and trying to regrow this from the ground up, trying to build those foundations from the ground up, and try to be more innocent when it comes to love. So if this is you, this may very well be some like past energy. This is how you maybe when we see you up here looking at relationships and love relationships and having those conversations with yourself about opening up and learning more about the way that you look at love and things like that. Maybe you're realizing that this has been you in the past, and that you did that to survive, and to that was the only way you knew how to deal with things. It was like a temptation. You couldn't resist the temptation to just do that. But you've since had personal epiphanies here. Things have come to light where you're like, no, I don't. I want to restart. I want to go back to as if I was a child learning about love, and how to I want to build that from the ground up for myself, and build that in a brand new way, in a more positive way for myself. Especially too, since we are seeing that this is how we know who that person is, and that we see Capricorn. So maybe this is you overcoming your challenges in love, and the way that you've dealt with love and relationships in the past. So I suppose that could be interpreted a few different ways. So I suppose it's just going to be, resonating with your own situation, because, like I said, we saw you sort of looking at multiple options, multiple fish in the sea for you there. But then we get this sort of a message, and it's like, what? How does that fit in? And now that I've sort of felt that may actually, that throwing hands, that trolling, that siren call, that could actually be, a previous way of dealing for some of you. So, take that as it resonates. But then we did have that morning after card as well. So, someone spending the night, late night rendezvous, up all night. You're going to still be there in the morning, Look at those having coffee in bed together in the morning. Clarify the morning after energy for Capricorn, please. Once again, I got this same 2 cards in a reading for myself recently. We have the Anchor, and then we have the Clover. So the Anchor, this is reliable, dependable, holding you safe and steady through the storm kind of thing. Knowing that this is not going to go anywhere, but it's also feeling like a big risk. Whose reading did that? It came out in my personal reading, but it also came out in one of the readings this week, I feel. Maybe Cancer or Aries. It's like in a lot of ways, this is, it's stable, it's secure, it's reliable, but it feels like it's a risk at the same time. It's like that energy of, like sometimes opening up to somebody and getting to know what somebody is a risk, but at the same time, it's like part of the ship, part of what could, stay. Should I jump in the deep end here and trust that this person is going to be there? Short-term luck around that clover energy as well. So you might impulsively be jumping in the deep end here, Capricorn, with somebody. We see the fish on the bottom of the deck again, but this time there's just one fish. So it feels like out of the options, maybe there is someone that you do jump in the deep end with, ultimately. But any extra information for Capricorn when it comes to love and romance? I feel like the earth signs, you guys are, all the earth signs this week are like honestly confusing me a little bit. Not as specific as I like the readings to be. So it's a little bit more feeling a little bit more like generalized. Like I don't necessarily know how this is going to play out for the the whole collective. There's something about the earth signs this week that's just, it feels like there's still a lot that could change. Twin flames, your passion ignites. So yeah, there definitely could be somebody coming through in your energy here, Capricorn. And it's like a mirroring each other. So, maybe recognizing something in them that, that immaturity, that childlike, I just want to have fun. I just want to be happy. But maybe I need to rebuild some foundations here. Maybe I need to, really focus on building these foundations strong from the word go, from the, from the base up. Maybe that's why you're focusing so much on, talking and getting to know people before you do still end up jumping in the deep end, before you take that risk. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and it will all work out. So I feel like this is, surrender. Yeah, I feel like that's sort of confirming for me here that, surrendering this old energy so that this new, more light-hearted, happy foundation can be built, Capricorn. So, I feel like that's what we have for you today. Sorry if that's not as specific as you maybe wanted. Keep an eye out for the next couple of days. We'll do some all signs readings and see if we can, get some more more specific messages for the collectives. All right, but that's what we've got for you. Check your other placements, your moon, your Venus. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all again soon.